Hello all, welcome to the Mastering Up YouTube channel. So in the classes in this foundation and plant physiology and anatomy, today we are going to discuss about the stomata and guard cell. Actually this topic is being already discussed. You know the basics of the stomata and guard cells. Let's again just have a recap, or you can say let's again learn about the functions and structures of stomata and the guard cell. Okay, so let's start with our class. Basically, let's start with the introduction to stomata as we always do. So the definition is stomata are microscopic pores located primarily on the surface of the leaves, stems and other plant organs. Okay, so stomata, where they are present, they are primarily present on the surface of leaves, stems and other parts of the plants. Important is mainly they are present on the leaf. Okay, importance is they play a crucial role in photosynthesis and respiration by facilitating gas exchange and regulating the water loss during the transpiration, during the photosynthesis and all, for the transfer of water vapors, or you can say for the transfer of gases and all. This stomata plays an important role. Now coming to the guard cell are the cell that protects the stomata from both sides. Okay, so the guard cells are specialized cells located either side of each stomata. They regulate the opening and closing of stomata. So the first is the function. They are mainly for the regulation in the opening and closing of the stomatal pores. And its significance, their function is crucial for maintaining homeostasis in the plants by balancing gas exchange and water retention. As I already told you, the function of stomata, for the functioning of stomata, guard cells help them. Okay, guard cells helps in the functioning of the stomata. Now coming to the structure of stomata, you can see here, you can see the two structure, closed and open stomata. So as per the movement of the guard cell, the stomatal pores becomes closed and open. Okay, so the pore structure, each stomata consists in opening. Stomata is a spore. Okay, what you get the pore present here, this is the pore, this is called a stomata. So each stomata consists of an opening that connects the internal airspace of the leaf to the external environment. During when we studied about leaf structure and all, we studied there is an airspace present under the stomata, right, stomatal pore. So that this stomata pore, it connects between the airspace in the leaf of the leaf to the external environment. And distribution of stomata are unevenly distributed on the plant surfaces with higher concentration on underside of the leaves. Abaxial leaves have more about higher concentration of the leaf to minimize the water loss. Okay, so that also we have discussed in the previous class, how leaves are, how stomata is present on more side in the baxial surface of the leaf. Here you can see the structure of stomata is present. Here this is a stomatal pore. So here due to the structure of this guard cell, the pore is closed. Okay, so there won't be any exchange of gases or water etc. from the surface of the leaf. Here gas exchange will occur. So guard cells are living cells. They have cytoplasm, they have chloroplast, they have nucleus present in them, they have cytoplasm, they have vacuoles and all. So this is the open stomata and this one is the closed stomata. Now coming to the structure of guard cells. Here shape and arrangement, coming to the shape and arrangement, guard cells are typically paired flanking each stomatal pore. So guard cells, they are always in pair. Okay, each stomata have two guard cells on its both either sides. The unique curved shape allows for an effective opening and closing of the stomata. Okay, so what is the shape of the guard cell? They are curved shape and it helps in the opening and closing of the stomata. Now the cell wall composition, the inner wall of guard cell is thicker. So here you can see the inner wall, they are thick compared to the outer surface. It helps in allowing the bending when turgor pressure changes. Okay, when the pressure changes, when the turgor pressure changes, this thicker wall helps in allowing of the bending of the guard cell. You can see in the previous slide you saw how this guard cells bend to close and open the stomata, right? So this one mainly this thick inner wall helps in the closing and opening of stomata. The outer wall is thin. Okay, this outer wall is thin, this facilitates the movement. Okay, so the inner wall, this facilitates the bending and the outer wall facilitates the movement. Now the chloroplast, guard cells contain chloroplast that enable them to perform photosynthesis. Okay, so basically these guard cells have this also have the chloroplast for photosynthesis purpose, providing energy needed for the, so they do this energy produced from the photosynthesis. This guard cell helps this guard cell helps in the this energy helps in the function of the guard cells and the stomata. Coming to the structure of guard cell, you can see thick inner wall is there, thin outer wall is there. You have chloroplast present in the guard cells. They are always paired. They are present on both the sides of the stomata, and the nucleus is also present. So the energy produced in the guard cell helps in the functioning of the stomata. Functions. Let's now come to the functions of stomata and what you can say that guard cell. So first of all, gas exchange, carbon dioxide uptake. Carbon dioxide enters the leaves for photosynthesis. Okay, during the photosynthesis purpose, during photosynthesis plants need carbon dioxide and they release oxygen. So in the same way, for the function of the stomata is to gases exchange. First of all, they uptake carbon dioxide during the process of photosynthesis. Also leaves carbon dioxide in the absence of light. The plant gives out or releases carbon dioxide during respiration and takes up oxygen. So now the oxygen release, oxygen, a byproduct of photosynthesis, exists through the stomata. Okay, during the coming to the time when the light is there, in the daytime the plant performs photosynthesis. They take up carbon dioxide and leaves oxygen, releases oxygen. This process, this exchange of gases happens through the stomata. Now coming to the transpiration. In the previous class of transpiration, we studied that the water vapor escapes from the leaf surface through the stomata, okay, into the atmosphere, which helps to cool the plant, drive nutrient uptake from the soil. When this water vapors leaves, or the water vapor escapes through the stomata, they create a pressure, negative pressure. So in that way, due to that pressure, the nutrients and water are taken by the plant roots, and they are being transferred to the upper parts of the plant. Okay, so this way also the stomata, the function of stomata, also helps to drive nutrient uptake from the soil. Now coming to the regulation, stomata open during day for photosynthesis and closes at night to reduce the water loss when photosynthesis is not occurring. Okay, during the night time, when the photosynthesis is not occurring, the only function is to exchange the respiratory gases. So that's why mainly the stomata open during the day and closed at the night. That is how it is being said. You can say carbon dioxide is intake, oxygen is released, and water is also released. This two happens during photosynthesis, and this one happens during what you can say transpiration. Now coming to the function of guard cell, regulation of stomatal opening and closing. The basic function of the guard cell is to regulate the stomatal opening and closing. So let's start about the mechanism of opening and closing of this guard cell. When light is present, when light is present, or you can say when during the daytime, the guard cell absorbs the potassium ion, leading to the osmotic water uptake. Okay, when during the light time, this guard cell, they absorb the potassium ion. Okay, so this one leads to a osmotic water uptake. So water will get into the plant, and this water will get into the guard cell. So this turgidity causes the guard cells to bow outwards. So this one causes the guard cell to like this. Here, just let me try to draw it. Okay, so this one causes the guard cell to bow outwards. Here you can see they are being bowed outward in this direction. In this picture also you can see this one is open, right? So they are being bowed outwards. So this is being said here. So there is due to this osmotic water uptake, the turgidity causes the guard cells to bow outward, opening the stomatopore. When these guard cells both open in the opposite direction, there is a pore present, or you can say the stomatal pore opens. So this is the mechanism of opening. And in response to low light, higher temperature or water stress, potassium ions are being released. Okay, when the potassium ions are released, this causes the water to exit the guard cell. When the water exits the guard cell, there causes a loss of turgor pressure, which leads to the closure of stomata. When the water exits the guard cell, this guard cell, you can say it will be like this. It will be like this. It will be like this when during the night time, or you can say when the response to the low light, higher temperature. Here you can see some conditions are there: low light or high temperature or water stress conditions. In cases where we have to avoid the loss of water, or when there is no need of gas exchange, then during that time this potassium ion is being released into the atmosphere, which causes the water excess. When the potassium ion release, water excess, and the guard cells that outward both they causes they stops, and the walls of these guard cell they comes together closes, so that causes the closing of stomata. This one, the stomatal pore that is being closed during that time. Okay, so this is the mechanism of closing and opening of the stomata. I think you got it. Now let's go to the next slide. So function of guard cell, again next function is response to the environmental condition. Guard cell responds to various stimuli including light, humidity, carbon dioxide level, optimizing gas exchange while minimizing the loss of water. Okay, when the light during the highlight, the stomata will be open. That means there is an opening of the guard cell, opening of the stomata with the help of guard cell. Here you can see the picture. Potassium ion, when potassium ion is being taken out, that helps in the intake of the osmotic water, and this causes the stomata to open. In the condition of low light, the potassium ion exists, and this also causes the water to exit, and this causes the closing of the stomata. In the previous class we also learned this same thing. Okay, so also this various stimulus like light, humidity, carbon dioxide level, etc., the water stress conditions, etc., they are responsible for the closing and opening of the guard cell. So you can say that they responds to the environmental conditions surrounding them. Now coming to the stomatal movement and environmental factors affecting the stomatal movement. Here there is a well-defined diagram of the stomata. You can see this is the stomata, this four is the stomata. We have two guard cells. The epidermal cell is there outside the stomata, and guard cell wall is there, inner thicker wall, outer thin wall is present, chloroplast is present inside the cell wall, and the pore is called stoma. Okay, so coming to the factors affecting the stomatal opening and closing. Light. Stomata generally open in response to the light to facilitate the photosynthesis. Okay, when high light is there, the stomata will be open. When light is low, stomata will be closed. And now coming to the humidity. High humidity levels can lead to the stomatal opening, while low humidity can trigger the closure of to conserve water. When humidity is low, stomata will be closed to conserve the water. Now the carbon dioxide concentration. High carbon dioxide concentration can promote stomatal closure, while low levels encourage the opening. When the carbon dioxide level is low, this will inside the plant, this will create the opening of stomata to take up more carbon dioxide for the process of photosynthesis. Now coming to the next slide. Homeostasis, role in plant physiology. Role of this stomata in plant physiology. Homeostasis, that is by regulating the gas exchange and water loss, stomata help maintain the internal balance. Homeostasis you can say as the balance of the living organism. Okay, so helps it to maintain the internal balance, contributing to the overall plant health. Now, adaptation to climate. Different plants have evolved various stomatal patterns. Example, sun versus shade leaves to adapt to their specific environments. Okay, so you can say if in the condition where water is very plenty available, in that condition and all, you can say that stomata, the plants can easily transfer the water in and out of the stomata. There is no problem if water is being lost through the plant surface. But in cases like desert conditions and all, if this transpiration occurs frequently, there will be a major loss of water. You can say as the water stress can occur inside the plant. So in that case, the transpiration is very much minimized through the structure of stomata. Now coming to the summary. Integration. Stomata and guard cells are integral to the plant life, balancing the need of carbon dioxide uptake for photosynthesis with necessity of conserving water. Now significance in the ecology is that stomata regulation is vital for the plant adaptation to climate change, influencing water use efficiency and photosynthetic performance. So this is actually I think I don't need to explain, it's very basic. Now coming to the conclusion, understanding the structure and function of stomata and guard cell is crucial for comprehending plant biology, ecology and response to the environmental changes. The ability to regulate gas exchange and water loss is fundamental to the survival of the productivity of plants. So basically these guard cells and the four stomata, they are really very important to the plant function. If it is important for the plant, then also indirectly it is influencing our life also. So because everything is connected to each other, that's why this stomata is really important for us. Now I think up to after these 2-3 classes about the stomata and guard cells, it's very clear how the stomata functions, what is the structure of stomata, where it is present and all. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the class. That's all with the class. I hope you studied something. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll meet you in the next class. Okay, bye.